we're going to make today. We're going to make this beautiful shrimp scampi and zoodles. We're going to make zoodles with yellow squash versus zucchini, because this is what I found at the store. So we're doing squash. I always called this zucchini until like 10 years ago. I realized that's called yellow squash. So we're going to start with our shrimp scampi with zoodles with some butter. Hey, if you'd rather use olive oil, fine. I like to use my shrimp scampi to have a little bit of a butter flavor. You can use red pepper flakes, the red pepper flakes that you get out of the jar, or these are red peppers that my dad grows and I dehydrate on a little string. And this is, I can fish it out later if I want. So I'm going to break it in half, get rid of the seeds because the seeds are the hottest. And I'm going to put that whole half in there and I'll fish it out later. So we've got that. We've got to get a shallot in there. If you don't want to use a shallot, by all means, use an onion, okay? You could always replace a shallot with an onion because let's face it, onions are, shallots can be on the expensive side and they're kind of like a luxury. However, I've gone on a shallot kick recently. Now, here, truth be told, if I peel my garlic ahead of time, it's actually easier through the garlic press. It makes it a little easier through the garlic press. But either way, however you want to do it, and also to make garlic a little easier to peel, smash it with the back of your knife. Okay, let's talk about shrimps. So my mom calls them shrimps. This is all cooking up beautifully. I have it on medium. And what do we have here? I already bought my shrimp raw, deveined and peeled. Okay, they're raw, they're deveined, they're peeled. And I bought them frozen, I defrosted them, and here they are. And I'm going to throw them in right now. If you do not buy them deveined and you want to cook them whole and peel them later, don't make shrimp scampi with them, okay? Because it's going to be a mess. So we're going to let that cook up. I need to juice a lemon and do some lemon zest. So let's get some lemon going. My handy dandy lemon squeezer that I got from my wonderful Caitlin, my assistant. I tell her that how much I appreciate her every single time I use it. Okay, so we've got lemon juice. So I'm going to put some chicken stock, about a quarter cup of chicken stock. It was maybe a quarter cup of lemon juice, and I want to do some lemon zest. We just want them opaque on each side. Again, you don't want to cook them too much. You could use white wine if you wanted to instead of the broth, okay? But don't skimp on the lemon juice. You want the lemon juice and the lemon zest. It really makes it pop. I have a zoodler. It's called a Veggetti. Who has a Veggetti? Does anybody here have a little product called Veggetti? Does anybody have one of these? There's a thin side and then there's a thick side. Look how easy this is. All I'm going to do is spiralize it, twist it through, and remember to pull the squash out because it'll break it up. Otherwise, your noodles will be way too long and they're not fun to eat. Okay, this is ready for the broth. Here we go. Lemon juice broth going right in. Still cooking those shrimp. They're still cooking up. I could have cooked them maybe another minute longer, but that's fine. It's fine. They'll cook up in this broth as I'm spiralizing here, okay? So I'm going to try the smaller side. I think I like the smaller ones a little better. They're not as small as angel hair. They're small as maybe regular spaghetti. Now I'm going to put a little olive oil in here. A little bit of olive oil. It needs that. I'm going to let this cook just a few moments, okay? Just a few moments. We're going to let this cook through. This needs a little bit more liquid. I can either put more lemon or some more chicken broth. A little bit more liquid. And you can always just tell because you want a broth with your shrimp scampi. You want a little bit of a broth, and if it's not enough, put a little bit more in there. We're tossing this about. Let that go. We're going to cook that for maybe 2 to 4 minutes, okay? And now I'm going to get some fresh parsley. I'm going to slice this one more time in this direction, and because I wanted them just a little smaller. Not going to use my knife. I'm going to use my scraper, or the most important tools in the kitchen are your hands. There we go. I'm going to add the parsley right in there. That might be a lot of parsley, but whatever. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. This is heavy, so give me a second. I always cook in cast iron. I really love, just like the stoneware. It makes me feel like a cave woman, and I love it. Not that I ever want to be in caveman day. Adding that finishing touch of the Parmesan cheese really makes this dish. I don't eat a ton of dairy, just a little bit here and there, and I don't have any problems with it. Some people might have problems, some people don't. Oh, I might have put even a little bit too much cheese. Yeah, I like it a lot. I like cheese. All right, so there we have, let me put this aside, our cheese. Yeah, and that's normally my dad's job, is to grate cheese, the Parmesan cheese. All right, here we go. And here, I'll just take the tongs. And you can see here is our beautiful shrimp scampi with yellow squash zoodles.